Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. We're looking at ETH today, but real quick I wanted to show you the setup I just entered in Rune. If you haven't looked at the video, I have a Rune update on my channel. Doesn't have a lot of views, but it's one of the only cryptos I see with upside. So if you're looking to trade something to the upside right now, this is one of the few I have found. And basically we have 5 waves up, came right to the 50 and the 618, so expecting an impulse to begin here as either a ABC, where we take a retracement from the 1-to-1 and targeting the 1-to-1 at 173 there, or we expand out and make 5 waves for a C wave in the larger view up to around $2. So right now there's a pretty good entry looking for about a 30+% move, and our stop is at the low right here. But take a look at the video if you want to see that. I'll leave a comment below to the link. And let's get to ETH. Now looking at ETH, we're looking to finish here between 1362.87 and 1511. Right here I highlighted the box we're looking for. This is on Binance. You'll have to check your own exchange for these fib levels. Now first of all, areas of interest are this W off the X to our C or Y is at the 1-to-1 at 15.1358. So that's the top end. I'm looking for a impulsive move to begin. Other than that, we have between the 1.236 and a 382, which are our other common targets for the extensions off this level. And looking for either 5 waves down here to complete. We had a zigzag here with a triangle for our W, and looking for either a 3, that's 3 waves, 3, 5 to complete. You can see in red where my targets for my third is 1437.80 for my third and 1349.11 for my fifth. That's where we'd get a straight 5 waves out of here, which is my primary count currently. Or we make a double zigzag here in our Y, which is a 3, 3, 3. We have a zigzag 535, 3 waves back, and then another zigzag 535. And one of the other options, but I'm not counting it right now, is we make an ending diagonal there, which would make this a flat correction Y, and that would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd have an extra leg there, but we'll come to that later. If it looks like it's playing out, let's get rid of that. And real quick on the larger view, have either a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to launch for a third after this correction's done. In that case, I'd expect the less of the targets. I'd want to hold the 618 in green you see there at 1480, because that would be the 618 retracement of the second 1-2. And as you know, we'd want to hold between the 50 and the 618 of that retracement. If we come a little lower on our targets, 1362, that is the 618 retracement if this was an A wave in a larger ABC. So depending how deep we come, the probabilities will shift of what we get next. Now let's zoom into the smaller time frames here, show you what I'm looking at. I believe our correction is in here, looking for 5 waves down. We have wave 1 and wave 2, which came just shy of the 50 on linear scale and on log scale. So quite a lighter retracement than we'd expect. We'd expect between the 50 and the 618. Now, if we do come back up to this area, I would just expect this correction to get extended up here before more downside in either 3 or 5 waves. And that would just be an ABC in 5 waves or a WXY double correction in 3 waves up. Now I'm currently in the short. I got a little piece at the 382, but I'm looking to add onto this. Currently off this top as a WXY, complex correction here and here. You can put your W over here or here. Either way doesn't really matter. There's just an expanded flat if it's there, or a double zigzag if it's here. Doesn't really change too much, doesn't change the extensions. But off this potential high, we had a zigzag wave 1, wave 2, zigzag wave 3. We had a triangle here in the 4th. You can see very tiny there, A, B, C, D, E, and we came off in 3 waves. So I think this is actually a leading diagonal. So we have a 1, 2, 1, 2. So we got a nested 1, 2 coming up. And I'm going to add to my entry here. I had a buy at the 382, the 50, and the 618 for the short. So I only got 1/3 of my position. So I'm going to put on a Fibonacci retracement here. Put that right on the pivots for our potential leading diagonal. And we're looking for the 50 to the 618. We already hit the 382. Up here at 1635 on linear. I'll go with log scale with this one just to make sure I get my entries. We might miss this if it starts dropping, but it looks like we have an A wave in right now. So look for an A, B, maybe currently working on the B, and a C wave up. This might get extended out a little bit. Just keep an eye on it. Could get extended out a little bit. So I'm looking for this short either tomorrow or Tuesday, or potentially if we just take off, could get in early Monday, and looking for downside from here. So my entry will go here. Stop is at this high Y at 1670. And looking for downside targets. At 1378 on log scale. Yeah, we'd go with the closer of the two. 1378.54. 1378.54. Currently to finish up this correction. If we do make the double zigzag, we'd expect a move down here to the 1-to-1, which is this 1-2. It would become an A, B, C at the 1-to-1 at 1532. We then expect a correction up and another zigzag down to complete at this. This is the 618 level of this W wave extension. All right, guys, so looking for that move, looking to get that short entry overnight right here to get our third of the third, which should take off pretty aggressively if our count is correct. If we get stopped out, no big deal. We'd look to enter between the 50 and the 618, stop at this high. So that's my plans. Enter in here. If I get stopped out, enter in here. Stop goes at this high. All right, guys, I have a playlist at the end with all my latest analysis. If you want to click it, you can get caught up on every other crypto I cover. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.